On the night of January 28th, 1985, some of the biggest pop stars in the world gathered to record one of the most influential songs ever put to track. A call for relief in the famine in Africa raised over $75 million by USA for Africa, with the single selling over 20 million copies worldwide. We are, of course, talking about the song We Are the World, and today we're going to be ranking the solos from each artist with a solo on that track. Let's get into it.
Yeah, when I hear music, got to talk about it. Got me a collection of movies that I can watch a lot of. If that's not your suit, at least try it on for a fit. You gotta tune into this Nick's Mix and Flicks.
Now, before we get into the actual rankings, I do have a few honorable mentions. These are people that were present during the recording of the song, but don't necessarily have a solo. Whether they were part of the chorus or the one leading it, I feel the following people should be recognized for their inclusion in this piece of history. First up, Quincy Jones. Rest in peace. An icon in the music and film industry for over 70 years, Quincy Jones produced the recording of We Are the World. Without him, there is no We Are the World. Thank you, Quincy. The Jacksons 6? Michael Jackson shines as a writer and soloist in this song and is joined by 5 of his siblings, namely LaToya, Tito, Randy, Jackie, and Marlon. While controversies are shared amongst Michael and his siblings, this has got to be one of the most wild Jackson family reunions ever. And our last honorable mention is Harry Belafonte, the banana boat guy. Rest in peace. I hope he's in heaven on a bed of bananas. Deo. Harry Belafonte was also a major civil rights activist and was the spark for the lighting that gathered this group of stars together. Thank you to Mr. Harry Banana Boat Belafonte. I also want to share with you guys the ranking criteria that I have for this episode. The following rankings were based on a very specific criteria, carefully and thoughtfully curated by me, Nick. After listening to 3 songs by each individual artist that has a solo featured in this song in order to establish a skill set for each artist, I will tell you guys the 3 songs from each artist that I listened to. I then assembled my ranking based on 1, how well I felt each artist displayed their skill set in their solo, and 2, my personal enjoyment. What follows is the result of hours, days, weeks, and months of research. Yes, months. I truly am obsessed with this song, likely to an unhealthy amount. Please enjoy. There are 21 artists featured with a solo on this song. We're going to start at 21 and go from there. At our 21st spot, I have Kim Carnes. Sorry, Kim. She sang 2 words by herself. Her songs I listened to were Cry Like a Baby, It Hurts So Bad, and Betty Davis Eyes, which I was kind of familiar with before listening to the other 2. I had no idea what the other 2 were, but 21 goes to Kim Carnes. Following Kim, at our 20th spot, is Paul Simon of Simon and Garfunkel. I don't know, I think his voice just kind of sounded plain, especially considering that he was sandwiched in between Stevie Wonder and Kenny Rogers, so kind of a tough spot for him to be in. His songs I listened to are Paranoia Blues, You Can Call Me Al, and The Boxer, which is actually a Simon and Garfunkel song. Paul Simon at 20. At 19, we're going to have Billy Joel. Sorry, Dad, I know you like Billy Joel. Billy Joel's songs I listened to: New York State of Mind, All for Lena, which is probably one of, if not my favorite Billy Joel song, and of course, Piano Man. At 18, we have Bob Dylan. Yes, the Bob Dylan. If you don't know who Bob Dylan is, where are you from? The Bob Dylan songs I listened to are titled as such: I Want You, which is a very direct title. That makes me uncomfortable. Like a Rolling Stone, and Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, which there's a video on YouTube of Post Malone. He has a cover of Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. It's pretty good. Go check it out. Above Bob Dylan at 17, we're going to have Willie Nelson. Now, I know some of Willie Nelson's songs. I like a few, but that's about it. His songs I picked were Always on My Mind, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, and Buddy. I know the song Buddy from Parks and Rec. There's a scene with Leslie Knope and Ron. I think they're like reuniting or something, but that song is playing in the background. It's so cute. It's so sweet. Go listen to it. That's our 17th spot. 16, we have Al Jarreau, which I will be totally honest with you. I think he was the one person on this list I had no idea who he was before. If we were doing a ranking on how drunk people were when the recording of this song happened, he would be number 1. He actually caused some annoyance during the recording of the song and didn't really make it fun for other people because he had to just redo it over and over. But his songs, if you want to check them them out. Spain, Black and Blues, and Morning. Coming at 15, we have Huey Lewis of Huey Lewis and the News. All of these songs are actually Huey Lewis and the News tracks. We have The Power of Love, Stuck With You, and Working for a Living. I knew Power of Love, didn't know the other two. Couldn't tell you how they went. I listened to these songs a while ago, and I put this list together a long time ago. So coming in at 14, Lionel Richie. Now I know he's one of the guys that made this song happen, but he does, in my opinion, the bare minimum with his solo. And honestly, from this point on, everyone at least does the bare minimum or better. From 21 to 15, those are the only ones that I didn't really enjoy at all. But from 14 up, I liked all of them. I at least liked them, but I didn't love every single one. So Lionel Richie at 14. At 13, we have Cyndi Lauper. Now, she kind of just screams on the song. I don't know how much that is considered singing, but she screams. I mean, she can get up there. She's good at that. Her songs, we have I'll Kiss You, again with the very direct title. I am a little uncomfortable, Cyndi. Please don't. I don't want that. I did pick her song from the Goonies soundtrack, titled Goonies R, the letter R, Good Enough. It's a good song. It's a banger. Go check it out. And then, of course, Time After Time. The first time I heard that song, Time After Time, was the first time I watched Napoleon Dynamite. That's at the very end when he was like, I like your shoulder pads. And she's like, thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, 13 is Cyndi Lauper. Coming in at 12, we have Daryl Hall from the Hall and Oates. There's one Daryl Hall song, solo song that I listened to titled Someone Like You. Again, I need to listen to these all again because I don't really remember that one at all. But I did pick two Hall and Oates songs, Private Eyes and Kiss on my list, which are both very popular songs. You've probably heard those if you've been in a department store or if you had the radio on from the years of like the 90s or whenever these songs came out to now. You probably have heard these songs on the radio or in a store. 11, we have Dionne Warwick. Now, she, like Al Jarreau, wasn't too familiar with, but I had heard her name before. And once I listened to a few of her songs, I realized I had heard her music before as well, just not a whole lot. Her songs I listened to, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, I'll Never Fall in Love Again, which was the one that I was like, oh, I know this song. And then a song with Barry Manilow. Shout out to my guy, Barry Manilow. I love Barry Manilow. She has a song with him titled Run to Me. It's pretty good. Go check it out. And we're in the top 10. Oh my gosh. The top 10. Let's go. Number 10, Tina Turner. The Tina Turner. Songs like I Can't Stand the Rain, Proud Mary, and What's Love Got to Do with It. So far, probably the most stacked 3 songs that I have listened to from each artist. Those are 3 very insane songs to have under your belt. Rest in peace, Tina Turner. You're our number 10 spot. Which brings us to our number 9 spot, James Ingram. Another welcome discovery from the song, someone that I wasn't really familiar with before. His song, Whatever We Imagine, is one that I listened to. It's pretty good. Again, I was familiar with it, but then I listened to his song, I Don't Have the Heart, but then I discovered that he sings Somewhere Out There from An American Tale with Linda Ronstadt. Linda Ronstadt. I love that song. That song is such a banger. I've never seen the movie. I think, as far as I know, it's like animated mice or rats. A rat. Sorry, that was a Ratatouille reference. If you did not get it, whatever. If you didn't, whatever, dude. Anyway, number 9, James Ingram. Number 8, the man, the myth, the legend, Kenny Rogers. Again, with the 3 tracks, these are so stacked. We have The Gambler, Coward of the County, and Lucille. I feel like Kenny Rogers has the ability to make you feel like you're the person in that song. I listened to Lucille and I'm like, damn, that wench Lucille really just picked the worst time to leave me, 3 hungry children, or is it 4? Can't even remember how many hungry children I have, and a crop in the field. We had some good times, went through some bad times, but this time you're hurting Will Hill because you picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Number 8 goes to Kenny Rogers. The queen herself, Diana Ross, is our number 7 spot with songs like I'm Coming Out, Missing You, Remember Me. She is just too iconic to not include in the top 10, and she kills her solo. She does a really good job. And that's going to bring us to our number 6 spot, Bruce Springsteen. There's a Netflix documentary called The Greatest Night in Pop, and it's about the recording of We Are the World. I didn't realize just how big Bruce Springsteen was, not like size-wise. Like he's pretty in shape. He's a pretty in shape guy. But like popularity, man was killing it. He was going hard with songs like Thunder Road, My Hometown, and Born in the USA. My wife is taking a nap. Hopefully I didn't just wake her up. He's got that like gravelly voice. Later on in the song, he kind of goes back and forth with Stevie Wonder. You know, and Stevie Wonder's got that silky, soulful voice. And you pair him up with Bruce Springsteen, who sounds like he swallowed like 12 Legos. Thought it was a cool way to mix the two of them. All right, we have reached our top 5. Coming in at number 5, we have Kenny Loggins. That's right, the Footloose dude. I love his voice on this song. It is just so smooth. Again, in that documentary, he talks about deciding to go with like a sweet kind of soulful sound, and boy, am I glad he did. I'm trying to remember who like the order was. Okay, I just watched the video to double check. So in order, we have Bruce Springsteen, Kenny Loggins, Steve Perry, and then Daryl Hall. Which low-key, I feel like Daryl Hall should be higher because, man, what a stacked 4 just back to back to back to back. I also just started watching the music video and I just started singing along and I was like, I still have to finish this recording. So I almost got distracted. Sorry, I almost lost the plot there. My bad. I also forgot to mention Kenny Loggins songs that I listened to. Meet Me Halfway from the movie Over the Top. Shout out my mom. I know she likes that movie. The song The Art of Letting Go and the song I Gotta Try. Number 5, Kenny Loggins. Number 4, come on, you know who it is. It's Steve Perry, you guys. Are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Steve Perry was always going to be in the top 5. Whether he was 3, 4, or 5, couldn't tell you until I made the list. But he was always going to be in the top 5. Talk about a remarkable, smooth, silky voice. This man is crazy with his range. Steve Perry's songs, we have Oh Sherry, Oh, Sherry. Yeah, that one. And these other 2 are Journey songs, but they display his voice in such a beautiful way. Specifically sweet and simple. This man goes on a crazy run kind of close to the end of the song. Gives me chills every time. I pee myself a little bit every single time that I hear it. I also probably fart when I hear it, but that's just because I have a horrible gut. And the other song, Open Arms, which is a pretty popular Journey song. Very easy to sing along to if you have his range. Very fun to sing along to if you don't have his range. I would know because I don't have his range, and that song is fun as heck to sing along to. So number 4 is going to go to Steve Perry. All right, we're in the top 3. Number 3 is going to go to the Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, songs like I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Human Nature, and Rock With You. Oh my gosh. Steve Perry was going to be top 5. Michael was always going to be top 3. Whether he was 1, 2, or 3, couldn't tell you before I made the list, but I know number 3 is where I feel like he belongs. He wrote this song with Lionel Richie. Originally, he actually didn't want to sing on it or be in the video or any of the promo. He just wanted to write the song, but I think it was Lionel Richie or Quincy Jones that convinced him otherwise. Maybe even been Stevie Wonder. But Michael Jackson at 3 just feels right, doesn't it? Our number 2 spot, I knew who he was, but I wasn't super familiar. Number 2 is going to go to Ray Charles. Okay, Ray, I hear you. I see you. He doesn't see me because he's blind, but I hear you, Ray. With Ray Charles songs like Let the Good Times Roll, I'm Moving On, and Georgia on My Mind, I couldn't not pick Ray Charles to be number 2. It was just so perfect. His voice is so much fun to listen to, and he feels the music in a way that I don't think many people ever have been able to. Which I could say the same for our number 1 spot, which is going to go to Stevie Wonder. Oh yeah, it was never a wonder where Stevie was going to end up. Yeah. Stevie Wonder goes at our number 1 spot because the runs that this guy goes on the song are insane. The guy is crazy. And like Ray Charles, blind as a brick. But Stevie Wonder songs like I Just Called to Say I Love You, iconic. Blame It on the Sun, iconic. And my favorite Stevie Wonder song ever, called I Wish. I will admit, the first time I heard that song, it was the first time I watched the movie Happy Feet as a kid. Mumble the main penguin in Happy Feet. I feel so stupid for explaining this. The premise of Happy Feet is that I can't explain this with a straight face. There's a penguin who gets dropped as an egg. And so when he's born, he dances, and he's like a dancing penguin, little tippy-tappy feet. and people discriminate against him because he's a dancing penguin. Or not people, the other penguins do. The people actually really like him. There's a point where people find the penguins and they find Mumble and they're like, oh my gosh, he's dancing because they need food. That's crazy. But there's a number where Mumble is just dancing by himself and he dances to I Wish. It goes so hard. My first introduction to like tap dancing and Stevie Wonder and penguins, I think, probably. Shout out Happy Feet. Shout out to the list, and shout out to the 21 artists who are on this ranking and everyone else who took part in this historic moment in music history. Except you, Dan Aykroyd. Why were you even there? I hate you. Truly one of the best things I think that was ever done with pop culture. If you guys enjoyed, let me know. Let me know what your rankings are. If you agree or disagree with mine, what you would do differently or what you would keep the same. Make sure you leave a like and hit subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment and follow me on Spotify at Nick's Mix and Flicks and on YouTube at Nick's Mix and Flicks YT. That's going to do it for this episode. Join us.
Hi, I'm Jamie Foxx.
Hello?
25 years ago, Quincy Jones gathered an amazing group of artists and musicians to create We Are the World, written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie. I'm so proud to be able to share a new version of that song.
Oh no. Have a good day. Bye-bye.